On the 31st of March 2021, level uploads in Super Mario Maker 1 were disabled, making it finally possible to beat the game by clearing every level. Now, there is only one uncleared level remaining, and we have 22 days to clear it before the servers shut down for good, on April 9th, 2024. Hello everyone, and welcome to the ScratchRunning podcast, the official podcast of competitive browser gaming, where our motto is, what even is an uncleared level? As always, I'm your host Keiron, and with me on the mic are two people that are about to explain what an uncleared level is.
Listen, I'm Apfelord, and an uncleared level, clearly, that's nice, is a level that nobody has beaten yet. What do you say, Klabss?
Well, that's interesting you say that, Keiron.
Yeah.
Nick, sorry, I'm a little tired.
Hey, don't worry about it.
Nick, you say uncleared level is a level no one's beaten. It's a lexical paradox, because then, okay, you have to
that would be an unbeaten
define
level.
What's an unbeaten level.
Surely, an uncleared level is a level
I see where you're
that hasn't
coming
been
from,
cleared.
Keiron. I see where you're coming from, Keiron.
And have a look at this. In order to upload a level, you have to beat it.
Yeah.
So clearly, this
all
uncleared
levels.
level has already been cleared.
Well, the
before.
level's been
All
verified by the
levels.
creator, but it takes the community a different approach to clear the level.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me, hold on,
Yeah.
you're telling me, I mean, these people are trying to figure out whether Mario Maker 1 can be beaten, but
Yeah, the
every
last
level has already been beaten.
The
that
last
have been
level
uploaded.
is called Trimming the Herbs, and it's a Mario World Kaiser level. You have to throw bob-ombs at plants. I have
Interesting.
heard from a few people that a test was used to upload it, but I doubt it on the Nintendo Wii U.
Well, who knows? Also, I don't think we've ever jumped this quickly into the SRCast. I mean, save for some audio issues we had before, but this time we've just we went into the call.
We are in
and hit record, and here we are. How you guys doing today?
I'm feeling a
right.
rush, Nick. I'm feeling a rush.
I feel
That was
alive.
exciting. I got thrown into the river rapids without my floaties. And right off the bat,
Floaty.
we have an unorthodox start from Keiron giving the audience
true.
a call to action.
A call to action. If you have a Nintendo Wii U and a copy of Super Mario Maker 1, the level might be a little bit tricky, but I believe in the Scratch community.
Well, listen here, Scratch community. The first person to pass that level will be a living legend. This is
Exactly.
the beginning of your life story, really. If you go out there
Honestly.
and do this, you'll be internet famous
You could be the guy.
in no time at all.
Could be the guy.
You
Was
could be
that
the guy.
honest question for the game? I want to be the guy. Was that the reason why it was called that?
Maybe that's what it takes to become the guy.
Listen, you out there, Scratch listener, or on YouTube. I don't know what you do with your life. And I'm not here to judge it, but
I
you
don't wanna
could
know.
be the guy. If you want to be the guy,
You could
don't play
be.
I want to be the guy. Play the
You
last
play
level
Super
from
Mario
Super
Maker 1. You have a month, basically.
You have a month to get good.
Download as many levels as you can. Download all your favorite levels. I don't know.
That's kind of
I
crazy.
have to assume someone
I'm
out
gonna
there
miss
is
the Wii U.
archiving the content and that you can access the
absolutely.
content. Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be ways around it.
Jerry
Listen,
Lawson, type stuff.
I had a Wii U as a kid, and I was unimpressed. But as an adult, I feel like I see more value in the Wii U. I see the
I
Wii
think
U, and I
the
say,
Wii U was peak Nintendo fan base.
you were
You think?
misunderstood, Wii U.
We had Mario Maker 1. We had Smash 4. Dude, the Smash 4 community was actually alright. Like-
Compared to what we have now, or what do you mean?
Like, I don't know, it hit different for content creation.
Nah.
You had Mario
Well-
Maker 1. You had 3D World. You had Splatoon 1.
Mm-hmm. Splatoon 1 was hype.
I gotta say, the creative decision to put two Smash Bros. Titles at almost the same time out was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like 3DS and Wii U
The
at the same
3DS and
time,
Wii U.
almost. Dude, that's poggers.
Smash
Two
3DS
two
was
best consoles to
freaking
ever do it.
awesome.
Yeah.
I love
3DS in
Smash
general.
3DS.
Just
I love
recently,
the 3DS.
I realized how cool the 3DS was in
Oh,
all its
yeah.
like no glass, like no 3D glasses, and you're good to
You
go.
still got the 3D screen? I use that sometimes.
Like you could make 3D photos and look at them in 3D later.
Right?
That's kind of cool. I gotta say though, when you said I missed the Wii U,
I'm
like,
going
back
to miss the
then-
Wii U.
if people back then heard that, they would say, "Oh no, what did we get after it?" But the Switch is alright.
Honestly,
it's just
the
that the Wii U
Switch-
was a bit
I do think the Nintendo Switch is one of the best consoles.
true.
It's just the Wii U hits diff.
Nick,
Mhm.
you don't know when you're in the good times until you're
It's
out
true.
of them.
It's
Yeah.
true. And I still think we're in the good times, honestly.
We
For
are.
Wii
The
U
Switch
and
is
the
going to
Switch.
be.
Yeah.
I'm so nostalgic for Switch. Remember when Splatoon 2 came out, and then Splatoon 3 came out, and then Splatoon 4 came out on the same
Dude.
console? Those
Yeah,
were all
Switch U.
such life-changing moments.
Dude,
No.
Splatoon 4 2029, dude.
Ooh, yeah.
If there's anything Nintendo still really, really needs to release, it's you know what they did with the 25 years Mario thing, where they dropped Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and
Oh
Galaxy
yeah,
in
3D
one pack.
All-Stars.
Yeah. They need to do that for Zelda games. I need
Ooh.
my Wind Waker on Switch. It's
Mm.
impossible to me that they still haven't done that. I don't know why.
Wind Waker
Mhm.
HD. That's a game that's
That's
only on the
why
Wii
I
U.
love the Wii U. That's why I love the Wii U too.
And it can
but-
play Wii games in HD?
Dude.
I didn't know it made them HD. That's kind of cool.
I think.
it's okay if
Upscaled,
it doesn't do that. I just don't know if
Yeah.
upscaling every frame in real time.
that'd be cool.
Maybe, I don't know.
It's
It is
Yeah,
baffling
Wii
to
U.
me there are Wii U games that aren't on the Switch. I heard
Right,
someone describe
yeah.
the other day, if you want to pick up a
Yeah.
Wii U, it's basically the Zelda game playing device. It has almost
Oh.
all of them on it.
Breath of the Wild is on the Wii U.
It is.
Yeah, I even got it for that back then. Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Remember
I
when
did
everyone was
finish it
calling
on
it Zelda Wii
The
U?
Switch. Wow.
Wow.
Wow, Scooby.
Wow, Shaloopy.
What other games do I miss from the Wii U? I think, well, I did play Splatoon 1, but other than that, I can't think of any off the bat right now. Do you have any others? Well, Zelda was like the biggest stuff,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
Yeah.
3D World.
Oh yeah,
What else did I play on the Wii U?
maybe nothing.
I owned
people with-
Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, and then I
Dude,
played
yes!
Ooh.
like
I
4
played that.
levels of it.
I played
but
that all the way.
I feel like there's games I had back then that I appreciate more now. I also had Wind Waker, but I didn't read the text what anyone said when I was a kid. I just wanted to play the video game, so I got
Yeah.
stuck on the first island, and then I got bored.
Nice.
Fine. I
No, but
really
I-
want to play Wind Waker again.
I appreciate them now, Nick. Now, Nick, I want to
Yeah.
I want to become a Wind Waker head. I want to become Waker pilled, and then
We'll
I
play
want to.
The Wind Waker HD on the Nintendo Wii U.
I will likely not be playing it on the Nintendo Wii U. Wink noise.
Mhm. Oh man, yeah. Let me know how and when you get to that.
Yeah.
Let me know if there's ways around it. How are people with modding these days on Wii U? Because that one has been out for a long
It's
time.
surprisingly
I see
easy.
Yeah.
have I? There's this project I've seen pop up every now and then in my YouTube recommends where somebody has been making a Super Mario Galaxy mod.
D-make. Is that what you're thinking about?
I'm not
No.
sure if it's a demake, but it's
Okay.
like they make entirely new levels, and I think it's
Oh.
with the Galaxy 2 engine,
Mm.
if you could call it that. Oh man, let me
The-
look this up actually.
I have strong feelings about Super Mario Galaxy
Uh-huh.
2 because they didn't add it into the Super Mario Galaxy collection, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
put
Or
in
whatever,
3D
the
All-Stars.
Mario 3D All Stars. And there's they should have, first of all, but also I played it recently. I was able to get my hands on Super Mario Galaxy 2. And I realized it's not in the pack because it's not an all-star. It's not actually, like, you look back at the game with, like, oh, I love Mario Galaxy. And, this wasn't as good, but it's like Mario Galaxy DLC. But a lot of the levels are really bad. Like, just genuinely, like, they ignore so much of Nintendo's design philosophy, like weird jumps, weird platforming. They bring checkpoints into the game. When Super Mario Galaxy 1 had like automatic checkpoints, so they made manual checkpoints because it's easier to code.
Like in 3D Land.
Yeah, and that doesn't work well for. First of all, it makes the galaxies feel a lot more linear because they can't make you go back to like the old flags because it feels weird.
I see.
So like it's less open worldy, and then if you miss a flag, like there's a lot of times where a flag is right near a time you would die. There's no automatic checkpoint. You go back to the start of the level. It's infuriating.
I never finished either Galaxy game. I own both of them, but I've never finished them.
You should 100% the first one. It's pretty fun.
Cool idea. I'm still working through Super Mario 64 on my 3DS.
Do they still have that thing where you have the mini games before the game?
Oh no, someone ported the original SM64 to 3DS.
Okay.
With the custom firmware. I should also find a copy of SM64 DS. I did find a patch from someone that adds circle pad support. So that will definitely make the game playable.
You should send that to me. I want to give that a shot.
Yeah. SM64 DS analog mod. I will later.
Yeah, sure.
So just to get back to what I was talking about earlier, before anybody was super confused, the reason why I was confused was because this mod is literally, it's made with Super Mario Galaxy's engine, but it's called Super Mario Starshine. So it's like it's trying to.
So is it a Sunshine style game?
Yes.
But it's a Galaxy 2 hack?
Yes. And that's kind of cool. And then the other thing I saw, which is a hack of Super Mario Sunshine, that one was Super Mario Eclipse, which is also really cool. So these were the two I was talking about. Sorry, I just needed to get that straight.
Yeah, sure.
I'm looking at this trailer right now. It looks super cool for Starshine. I've been noticing more and more that hacks or mods of certain games are becoming really, really good. For some games, you can find like teams of people that are so dedicated to making such high quality mods or hacks. It's kind of crazy. Like, we've noticed that with
SM64.
Yeah, for sure. One like big example, Binding of Isaac, where they Anti-Birth. And then the people who made that right, they made such a good mod of the game that came out, funnily enough, the same time as Afterbirth Plus or something came out, and I think more people were drawn to the mod than the actual update because the mod was so good. And then obviously they got hired to work on with Repentance, the newest update. But like in Terraria, I've noticed that more and more, where some mods are getting like so good, like better than what I see in the main game, and I'm like, what the heck?
No, it's interesting. I think it just comes from the people who really enjoy these games really understand what's going to make the game fun.
Content for them.
Right. I feel that way about Overwatch. I feel like the people who currently work on Overwatch don't like or play the game a lot. And that I constantly see a lot of the times they even have a good update. It's because they take inputs from like the fan base who are upset about a part of the game. And then so they'll do an update everyone demands, and then they'll throw in a random thing nobody asked for that just like ruins it.
Shout out to all 10 Overwatch players. You guys really stick with it.
No, I that's true. Like, I think even with the Binding of Isaac example, it was that the main guy, Edmund McMillan, who worked on the game up until that point, he took like a break and put that update into other people's hands. and that was one of the reasons why that update wasn't received so well compared to the mod.
Yeah.
But it's also, I think, one big thing could be that platforms like Patreon or something give the people an actual way to earn money from something you're not like. Even if I'm just making a mod of something, if there's enough people behind it, enough people like it, then I guess that still drives them. And what starts it is definitely not the money. It's just that they love the game and want to create something cool. But I guess that keeps them going then.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe the Terraria mod I was talking about, by the way, was Starlight River. That's quite a big mod out right now that looks so good. And so good compared to what we thought Terraria was capable of. Like, there's some really cool effects in there and stuff that I haven't seen anywhere else before in the main game. And
when I think big Terraria mods,
yeah,
I always think of the Calamity mod, and I just think,
true.
Isn't that just harder boss after harder boss after harder boss?
The way I would compare it is Calamity, it takes like the approach of quantity over quality. Like, there's some cool stuff in there, but I think the really, really cool stuff, like the really, really cool items, they were made, or they look like they were made by people from the Starlight River team. I'm kind of just waiting for the news that the Starlight River team is being hired to work on Terraria or Terraria 2 even. Who knows? I could really see that.
What I find interesting, here's a story of a mod that was really good, and then the devs hired them, and then they added a thing that wasn't as good. Is the Aether mod.
Oh yeah,
Aether mod for Minecraft. Aether mod is like one of the coolest things ever, and
there's so much content on that mod that I don't know about.
It'd be amazing just to throw that right into the base game, maybe with some minor tweaks. But they hired the mod maker, and you know what they added? They added the
water,
end.
Right?
They added the end.
No.
And the end is cool, but like
the end is all right.
It's not an adventure.
Sure about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like
I thought I heard that the Aether mod team was working on that underground part where you cannot be like where you have to be quiet.
The deep dark.
The deep dark, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember him being added a long time ago, and that the reason the end is like a big floating island was the help of this creator.
Lol.
It's kind of underwhelming.
Yeah, that's underwhelming to say the least. Did they? I would hope that they at least also had, some word in with the update that came to the end at some point where they get the end cities and stuff.
Like I'd have to assume they had some help with that, and I also might be getting my information wrong. I don't want to spread misinformation on the internet, but I just recall I've heard of this from several people.
Yeah.
And it's never said in like a way that's supposed to sound bad. It's just like, okay, they added the guy who edited a cool adventure to Minecraft, and we have now gotten a cool adventure in Minecraft.
Yep. Oh man, I think for the end specifically, like they said, they don't want to make a place that people like actively have to or feel like they have to visit, because obviously Minecraft is not a game that is supposed to be designed to end.
Yeah.
But also not having credits in some way, shape, or form in the game would feel weird. But what I've heard specifically in with the ancient cities, I think that's what they were called, right?
That's what's down there.
There's like this big portal thing in the middle that people have been speculating now for a while, like what is up with it, and some. Like, in the files, there's also things that, lead towards that being a portal, or hint towards that being a portal. And that's where the whole, Ether thing came in, because people said, oh, the guys who worked on the Ether mod also made this. And clearly that means we're getting a new dimension, right?
Surely.
Who knows? I'm excited for it either way. Right now, have you seen the new weapon they put into Minecraft?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm still
the mace.
To Phoenix SC.
It's
Looks like
I'm excited for the enchantments, I guess.
Looks like it does damage.
it does damage. It does quite a lot of damage. But the question is, like, I don't know. It's a hammer, right? It's a mace, and they could do cool things with like, you could enchant it so it's like a Thor's hammer where you slam it down and lightning strikes or something.
I mean, they kind of do that with the trident.
Yeah, that's true. Who knows what they'll do? I'm excited either way.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm glad they're adding bigger things.
Yeah, and also those trial chambers.
Yeah, those are cool.
Minecraft is doing cool stuff again. Maybe they've realized that they've been updating their game a little too slow for the people's liking.
Yeah.
No. One other thing I thought of, that mod for Monster World recently also really reignited my passion for the project again, which was the Arfane mod. And I've talked about it before.
Yeah, Arfane Plus is such a good Scratch project.
It's a good project, and it's like made me realize how, people have been saying for a while, please fix this, please update this, and I've been saying, yeah, sure, but I'm working on the full version, so clearly that would be the next thing where you get updates. But with this Arfane mod, Arfane Plus mod,
is it in SRCast mentioned projects yet?
It should be for sure.
Dude,
if not yet, then
studio is kind of out of date.
If not, we're gonna edit now. But that has made me realize that I kind of, I could take that as a basis and make a good like preview update, and that in some way is kind of like the whole modding thing that I just mentioned, where, I mean, I'm not hiring Chief Justice who made the mod, but I'm kind of, I'm honoring it. That's for sure. It's a cool mod. Has somebody ever made a Goomblegurt mod?
They have, and this is an old thing we brought up a long time ago.
Oh!
The project is long unshared, but someone did make Goomblegurt Furry Edition.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember.
I do not remember this.
All of the dialogue is costumes, so they went into every costume and scrubbed it and added the furry text. And then they added like a snout to every character and like wings to some of them. It was interesting. I wish it wasn't gone, or that I could still see it somehow, but I cannot.
Should have backed it up.
Yeah.
Should have downloaded it. In general, there's probably some like projects in my favorites that have been unshared since then that I should have just downloaded. I don't know if Wayback Machine can find them, but
not anymore.
I don't think so.
It's a shame. There's a lot of stuff that's basically lost media now.
Yeah.
Yeah. The media may be lost, but it's still in your head rent-free.
This is true.
You know what? I don't have a soda today, by the way.
Neither do I. I've just got water.
Just got water, dude. I've also got water up until this point, where I've decided to fill my glass up again with some peach. I guess it's iced tea. Are you a peach iced tea or lemon iced tea fan?
You put me in an impossible dichotomy, fellow. Both are quite scrumptious. Both bearing their own qualities worthy of praise. I would say peach, though, if I had to pick.
You know what? I'm right there with you.
I'm a lemonade enjoyer, but lemon iced tea is not the same as lemonade. I too come bearing with no soda, but I do come bearing with a soda segment.
Oh!
That's right.
Post that emote right now.
Get your pogs out. Get your
soda segment emotes out.
Soda segment emotes. This one's a little short one. This one's more of a just, hey, look at this. Isn't that weird? So on TikTok, all of the cool kids apparently, allegedly, are adding milk to their soda.
I think I've heard of this. I've heard of Pepsi plus milk.
Yeah, like the pilk joke, but real this time.
Real.
Okay, it's kind of. But here's the thing, right? I think the company saw pilk, like hashtag pilk is trending, and they were like, "This is the newest trend," and they took it a little too seriously. So here we have a vegetable oil reduction creamer that is pretending like it should be added to soda.
Oh my What?
Um,
For the ultimate dirty soda sensation. That's just a weird sentence.
It's
Mix your
not
coffee
great.
mate with Dr. Pepper?
It's Coffee
Dr.
Mate.
Pepper.
So I don't think Coffee Mate is probably in Europe because it should be illegal. If I told you there was a cream product that you could that's shelf stable and you could just have it out on a shelf forever, what would you think about that? A dairy
Yeah,
product.
that sounds like
Yeah, doesn't dairy usually go off?
Yeah,
I mean,
and
yeah.
so Coffee Mate had the same idea. So you know what they did? They
Oh my goodness.
blended vegetable oil so much until it turned frothy and white, and then they called it creamer.
Oh.
Nestle, why do you do this?
Yeah.
Why do you do a lot of things, first of all, but why do you do this specifically too?
Coffee Mate.
It should come with no question that it does not go down well. It's
I
not
can assume.
So they're saying you should pour they can't even call it cream because it's not. They have to call it like Coffee Mate.
Wow. You
So
know,
they're saying you should put in your Dr. Pepper.
Silence brand.
you sparked my curiosity though, Klabss. In my refrigerator right now, I know I have Coke Zero, and I also have some what is that, oat milk?
Here's the thing. I think Coffee Mate,
Coke
you're right,
Zero.
corn syrup, hydrogenated vegetable oil, and that's it. That's all that's in this. If you put milk of any kind into a soda just with reckless abandon, I'm pretty sure it's acidic and it's gonna curdle.
This is true.
You need to have some intention behind the act to get it to the status of an Italian soda.
An Italian soda?
An Italian soda?
You know, it just occurred to me that might be just something Americans say, but that's not actually a real term. Americans call it an Italian soda when you pour milk into a soda.
Wait, that's a thing? I thought it was just pilk as a joke.
Well, yeah, but it's classy.
Okay, so if I Google Italian soda,
Italian
here's what it says.
soda. I got... Oh, what? Oh, this
here
is
it says
real.
carbonated water and flavored syrup, but that's clearly not what you're talking about.
What's carbonated water and flavored syrup right now, Nick? Answer.
Well, that's just Coke, right?
Oh,
They get
the
out of
Google
the
search.
machine.
The Google search says it's just soda, but then 4 lines down it says some vendors add cream.
There we go. Oh yeah, I should read.
Which is often then known as a French soda or an Italian cream soda. However, I don't know what makes that French.
Yeah, that doesn't feel very
or
French.
Italian. The French would never. They would let you get away with it.
Yeah, also, you can tell this is probably American if they're like, you could have called it Italian or French. Those are like the same word. Like, it's just Europe. It's Europe.
Yeah.
For somebody who has been to France and to Italy, I don't think they do that a lot.
Man, I should go to France and Italy.
Oh, dude.
Oh, who would have thought? Despite its name, Italian soda originated in the United States.
That's clearly some dude with Italian roots.
Not
You
even.
were correct, I believe.
Yeah. So are you saying Italian chess was also not invented in Italy?
No, it's the pilk of chess.
Oh my god. What is real anymore? What is
know.
real anymore?
I know. And French fries aren't French. I know.
Oh!
Belgian.
They're Belgian!
They're Belgian. And Belgian is not Belgian. It's German.
Belgium, the country?
Yes.
Belgium, the country, is like... It's a weird mix. They've got the French, they've got the Germans, they've
And
got
Dutch.
the Dutch in there. I don't even know.
I'm just saying Luxembourg has a claim to that land.
Honestly, I've just been to Luxembourg once for a concert. That place is nice, but not made to be... That place is like, or at least the city, the main city, because it's they got the country and then they got the city, but the city's basically the country, but
So it's a small enough country.
It's small, right?
It's like going to England, but you're really just going to London.
And that place really feels like you should still ride around on a horse to get everywhere. Like, I've been there by car. It was not a pleasant experience.
Okay, so it's more like going to Wales.
In high school, I thought Luxembourg was the funniest thing ever for some reason. I just thought the concept of Luxembourg.
The name?
The name and the country. So I just had a Luxembourg phase.
Yes.
And I learned a hint of Luxembourgish.
There is Luxembourg?
They also have a coat of arms that's better than their flag.
Wow.
Because currently,
flag kind of looks like the Dutch flag.
It really does. Like, no, if you see this flag, they're gonna think like, "Huh, that's
not the Netherlands, right?"
That's the Netherlands, but their coat of arms has a little lion on it.
Oh yes.
And it has like this blue-white striped flag, and I always thought they should
not
use
just
this.
one. There's 3.
This is the superior.
Don't get 1, but 3.
Code.
Exactly.
This is what their flag should be, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Maybe simplify the design a little bit. Anyway, I used to imagine a world in the future of a country called New Luxembourg that takes over like half of Europe and is just the biggest, just an enormous Luxembourg.
You know what? If I don't see New Luxembourg somewhere in Google too,
I have it in games. I'm pretty sure I have a game with New Luxembourg in it.
New Luxembourg.
You know what? I'm gonna carry this knowledge now about
next time you go to Luxembourg.
Yeah. You know, if you like the name Luxembourg a lot, I once went to a little city called Oberhausen, in Germany, for a concert too, and it was the Arctic Monkeys and Alex Turner. The lead of that band, lead singer, really liked the name too. I think he couldn't stop putting the name Oberhausen into his songs at certain times while singing, and just replaced random words with Oberhausen, it seemed.
Will you remember the night in Oberhausen?
Yeah. And maybe that's just a thing they do. I haven't seen the Arctic Monkeys in any other country or city, so maybe they do that for every city, which would be really cool. But maybe they just really liked Oberhausen.
So you're saying while you were at the concert, the songs had Oberhausen?
He actively replaced lyrics with Oberhausen, which is great.
That's
also while we're on the topic of bands, I know I'm maybe rambling about bands a little too much, but there's this one certain band that holds a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
For a reason that I've mentioned on this podcast before. It's a band called Everything Everything.
Yeah, we're never going to see the updater again.
Once before, Everything Everything has done this this thing where they, where you can write to them anything you want and they will, sign your vinyl
sleeve with it.
Yeah, and with whatever you wrote. And last time it was Shloopy My Baloopy, and they wrote a little question mark in there too, because they just didn't know what it was, and they did that again for their newest album, and I had to.
Luckily, they didn't have to deliver to me. They delivered straight to Germany.
That's true.
The future is now.
The future is now. Indeed, they finally found the... What did you say, Keiron? They finally found the ship to Germany button?
Yeah.
The technology is available.
So this time, it wasn't Shloopy My Baloopy, although maybe it would have been funny to get Shloopy My Baloopy on that one, too.
Second time. See if they found out who Shloopy was in between releasing the 2 albums.
That would have been so good. But then, for this one, I thought I'd push it a little further. I'd put... Mamma Mia, that's a checkmate. Although they they forgot the A they just wrote Mamma
Mamma
Mia,
Mia.
that's checkmate.
Mamma mia, that's a checkmate.
I wonder if you would be a forger, per to say, a scoundrel, if you were to imitate their writing style, just to put a sweet little A there into the sentence.
I wouldn't be against it, honestly. But it, nobody would notice. Nobody would know. Except, me.
Except
and everybody on the
small
internet
audience.
now. Yeah. Everybody on the internet claps. You know our audience is...
Nick, it'll appreciate
Infinite.
more in value if it's the correct quote. When someday
True.
Shloopy and Friends becomes a real TV show
True.
that you see on Cartoon Network, it'll have like little ads on other shows, and it'll be like, Shloopy's in a lot of trouble. This summer, we're going to Shloop camp.
Schloopenhausen.
Schloopenhausen, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be your camp counselor.
Oh, is that,
The
was that
Adventures of Shloopy and Friends. This time
So
in
you're right.
96 different languages.
I really hope that happens. So that everything know at some point, like they
They
hear
get their
that,
answers.
yeah, and so they finally get their answers. Who knows? Shout out to everything, by the way. Great.
Shout out to everything. Listen to them, my audience. This is a command.
Do
I
it.
mean, if somebody can, they probably also wrote a bunch of other funny stuff on there, but at least 2 Shloopy quotes. Come on, you gotta show them some respect.
At
Can I
least.
announce something? I'm gonna announce something.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's
Always.
announce.
To those, listen, so on my new computer, I've been having trouble with getting my paint program to work, and I've been in the works of getting a Windows 10 virtual machine just so I can do the art for my projects. But that has delayed basically every single one of my projects at the moment.
Fair.
And there's one project I make, though, where I draw in the Scratch editor, and more by day pass, I've been having this inkling, this little tug on the back of my neck saying, Klabss, you should drop another Shloopy episode. Here's the thing.
The voices.
Shloopy has a pretty bad thumbnail, and I don't really like having my entire Scratch page smothered in Shloopy and Friends.
I don't understand it, but sure, go on.
So I have 2 options. Either I'll make a project that is like a DVD episode select of Shloopy and Friends, and I'll just add episodes to that one project. Or 2, I might just throw them onto the test account, or I might just make another account for it.
No, honestly, that is the coolest idea. To have like an old TV, like a, what is that,
Yeah.
a VCR?
By purchasing this DVD, you're supporting your local film industry.
and you have like a bunch of CDs laying around, and when you can drag them with the mouse into the drive, and then it starts, and then it kind of zooms into the TV, and then the episode starts that you just throw in. That is the coolest thing ever.
That would be funny.
This might be a reality because I've been wanting to be creative, and right now the project I'm putting most of my creative juices in, I'm like currently working on a pen grid rendering system, which is the most mind-numbing task anyone has ever undertaken.
Oh yeah.
I was just say so maybe some Shloopy will be coming in the next month or 2.
If you need voices, if you need art, if you need, I don't even know what. If you need a script, I got you.
Unfortunately, the username Shloopy is taken.
It is.
That is unfortunate.
The username on Scratch Shloopy is taken.
I'll probably just post it on Klabss. Yeah, I think it was Pixel who took it. I take no offense to that one. I continue to tell people I really don't like it when they take character usernames, so please don't. In case I ever want to use them. But, we're at the end of the Candle World ARG now at this point. I care less.
That's fair. So let me read out the what I'm working on by Klabss here, ranked by priority, and you tell me if anything's changing here or
Sure.
what's on hiatus now or you know. So we got Gumbelgurt 2.
Can't do that.
Okay. So you have to help me with the pronunciation.
Zaya's game?
Is it Zayas?
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
We're going to get the official pronunciation.
We're getting the Zaya's game.
Or is it XYUZ?
Oh, both wrong. Both wrong.
Zeus?
Maybe I should say
Zis?
nothing.
The Shus?
Shus?
You know what? You guys get to decide how it's
The
pronounced.
Zaya's game.
You
Let's
know,
go.
I'm for Shus. Anyway, community fork, obviously. The fork community.
Can't do that because I can't draw.
Yeah. I'm at least happy that it's back.
Yeah.
We're so back.
Say that. Kennel World online board game.
That might continue. I did that with Vector.
Is that Italian chess?
Oh yeah, isn't that on test account? No, that's
It
the
is on test
100%
account.
orange juice clone.
Yeah.
Still
That
that
one
one
might
that, by
Kennel
the
World
way.
online board game, and it's not chess. Italian chess.
It's not. It's a board game.
I'm amazed. Wizard game in all caps.
Wizard game!
That was a fun project, but I don't like making games that can only run on Turbo Warp, so that one might just not happen.
Okay. Oh boy, I haven't
Earn
heard this
the
one in a while.
Necessity.
Earn a
That
Oh.
one's probably coming out on a different platform because coding everything
Oh.
on Scratch is just an impossibility.
It's just me.
Earn University, my beloved.
We got good old Space Game. Anybody heard of Space Game?
I'm not a good enough programmer to make Space Game. I made a bit of Space Game, and then I had to do a bunch of trigonometry, and Shell helped with some of it, but I couldn't make it work.
Okay. We got Halloween. You're working on Halloween.
I think I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
gonna have
coming
to
out
post
sometime in October.
I think I'm going to step the post-Halloween game unfinished because I was looking at the code and it is so enormous. It's incomprehensible to me. But it's still just a silly little game you can play with your friends. So I'll probably just edit some of the code and release it in its quote-unquote unfinished state.
Okay. You know, it just occurred to me that putting Halloween here or something like Christmas or something, that could be a way to tell the people that in your day job you have to work on that day. You know what I mean?
what I'm working on: Mondays,
Halloween.
Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Halloween. Luckily, I get Christmas off. What I'm
That's
not
kind.
working on right now: Christmas.
Nice.
Easter Monday. That's in a couple of weeks.
That's just for me. I use Scratch as a calendar now. is what I do.
Easter
Anyways,
Monday, 1st of April.
we got Silly RPG. That's a funny holiday name. What is that game?
Silly RPG I've not touched in a very long time. It's almost more like a concept that I've continuously tried putting together but haven't.
Okay. And then we have Learning LMMS.
I've not been working on that.
That's an open source digital audio workshop that I've touched twice and never gotten anywhere with. Lamau.
Hold on, you have now shared 100 projects? Klabss?
Yeah, Fork is the 100th.
Exactly 100.
Was that like a special decision on your?
I was considering making Gumbelgurt 2 my 100th project, but then I realized there's more games I wanted to make, and I didn't want to just keep unsharing old projects. I did unshare like one project that I didn't care about really. I forget which one. But I'm okay with Community Fork being 100. A Community Fork I have a lot of plans for. It's going to be a wild story when I can finally draw again and get time to finish it.
Oh my god, Keiron, I just realized the 100.
What?
We're on 103 projects for Scratch Running. We missed it.
Wait, hold on. I might be able to find 4 we can unshare.
Unshare Informinity Slots Simulator?
Yeah, honestly,
Warframes?
let's actually get rid of those. TBH.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If we get rid of 4...
No. We've got 7 ScratchRunning remixes we can remove.
This absolute lad just counted up and Japanese. Keiron, you're going to Japan.
I'm going to Japan in 3 weeks.
What? Holy smokes! Wait, are you excited?
Yeah.
What kind of question is that? No, is there like...
I will be away for 2 IRL weeks.
Goodness.
Just chilling in Japan.
Hold on, does that mean... Hold on, 2 weeks... No, in 3 weeks you're going, right?
In 3 weeks I'm going, and for 2 weeks I will be away.
Okay, so we'll have to record that as SRCast kind of late, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you'll be able to talk about all the stuff you did in Japan.
It's gonna be so cool.
Can't wait. What is like on your to-do list for Japan? What is like what do you...
in Japan? Well, the main thing me and my family are going for is Super Nintendo World. Because we started planning our trip when it opened, and then when the lockdown finished and started letting people in.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, and are you like... Wait, where is Super Nintendo? Is it
It's on
Nintendo
the
Land?
Yeah, it's Universal Studios, so it's on the west side of the main island. It's in Osaka.
Oh, okay. So are you planning to eat some actual
Maybe
ramen?
Yeah, I might get a slice of sushi.
Get a slice of sushi?
Get a slice of sushi.
That sounds great. I missed the chance to play Italian chess in Italy, so...
Unfortunate.
You know, I actually wanted to get, when I was in Italy, I wanted to get a chessboard for my dad, because my dad and I sometimes play chess, and I thought that would be a great gift. Yeah. I didn't do it, but then I could have said I bought Italian chess.
Italian chess.
It just occurred to me that would have been like even better, but maybe next time.
Yeah, you'll have to see the next time.
I'll have to see the next time.
It is my personal dream. Now, don't associate with this with Italian chess. This is my preface. Italian chess is a goofy fiction game I might make someday. Continuing, my dream is to make a board game like chess with pieces that are 3D like chess and just have cool designs. And has its own unique set of rules. I really want to have like a basic board game like that.
Oh,
you want to make your own chess like?
Yeah. But still like chess inspired, or will the grid be different and the rules will be totally different? You just want to make a game that feels like it could be made like back in the day?
I kind of want to bridge the gap between shogi and chess.
I was going to say shogi, dude. Shogi mentioned.
Shogi is a solid game.
Dude, Clubhouse games after show, dude.
Oh, that looks a lot like chess, like from afar, but probably isn't at all.
So the thing with shogi is the pieces are weaker, but all of them can promote, and also you can steal the enemy pieces and place them anywhere on the board.
Yep.
So you airdrop enemy pieces after you catch them.
Yeah, it's really fun.
But I think the pieces in shogi are a lot less aesthetically pleasing.
They're all just the same shape, and they've got kanji on them.
They just have the kanji that says their name. It just says like, I'm a knight, I'm a pawn, I'm a king.
Hi, I'm the silver piece.
That's lame.
Yeah, so I want to have like shogi, but 3D, like cool looking pieces. And then when you promote them, maybe they have like a little crown you can attach to the top of them.
Yeah.
And then to deal with the fact that you can capture enemy pieces, either I'll make them have like a front and back, or you'll just have two times the pieces you need for both sides.
I have an anecdote to this, because
nice.
well-known maker of League of Legends, Riot Games. We all know him. We probably don't love him. But we all remember, or maybe you remember, that they were like... They had a big idea of, like, you know, dipping their feet into all kinds of games.
Yes.
Like, they had these projects, like, they had a mobile game. And I'm not talking, like, the mobile League of Legends, but I think they had like some other mobile game that was more like an arcadey game. And then they had a story-driven game. They had Legends of Runeterra, which is like a collectible card game.
Yep, I love Runeterra. It's a really good card game.
Honestly,
there's all kinds of League games.
I actively made the decision to stop playing that because I thought it was going to eat my time too much.
It's good.
It's well designed. It's really well designed, and I respect it. I don't know how it's doing these days, but
not great.
All right.
They're doing their last expansion, and then they're just gonna not do updates for PvP. They will do updates for PvE content, though.
That's interesting. Okay, but what many people maybe don't know is they also dip their feet into board games, and one of them,
Riot board games.
A Riot Games board game, and one of them. Well, this is kind of a board game, but it like that's why I thought it was a good anecdote, because it feels like a game that could have been invented 500 years ago or something. And it's what is it called? Tellstones. It's called Tellstones. And I got that game for my girlfriend this last Christmas, and it is super interesting. It's super simple, first of all, which is why it also feels like it's, it could have been.
It's a chess-like.
Is
it a chess-like?
It's like a primordial board game. Like
yes.
I love primordial board games.
If you ever see this, I don't know, for what you get, I guess it's a little more expensive. It's like $20 to $30 depending on where you get it, probably. But the game itself, like, just to explain it easily, is you have these like little stones, round stones with different symbols on them, each symbol only once. And you have seven stones, by the way. And the game is about remembering which stone is where. So you start placing, and it's funny because you always tell your opponent what to do. You never do stuff yourself, you just tell your opponent. And you take turns telling the other person where to place stones, or when to flip them around, or when to switch to stones. And there's also some other mechanics I'm not going to go in depth here about. But it's all about just remembering which stone is where, and like when they're when you turn them around, or when when they're face down. Obviously, it's all about just having a memory, and it's kind of like memory, but it's even it gets difficult. It gets really difficult, and it's.
Sounds fun.
It was so funny because during the Christmas time, we were there with family and whatnot. And my girlfriend's nephew, who is now like maybe 8 years old or something, he was really good at this game. better than some of us.
Yeah, and part of the thing I like about their initiative to do like all these side games is that they want, like, the intention was to tie them all into one lore.
Yeah.
So for instance, like that little game you played is in the card game. Like,
yes.
Like, so there's cards that have tellstones from all the different like locations, all the different nations. They have like their own versions of it.
They even say that's funny because I haven't played Runeterra enough to see these in Legends of Runeterra, but I've seen in the little book you get with the game with Tellstones, they tell you about the lore and like that this is the one they play in Demacia, and there's different ones they play in different, regions, and they are like the symbols are slightly different and whatnot. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Ever since playing that game, I can totally get the wish or the dream to make a game that feels like it was made a long time ago.
Yes.
Like really
exactly.
finding mechanics that people somehow have not thought of yet. Which is really
It is my dream. I love very simple games that use like one or two dice. Don't have to have like a unique deck of cards, or just build around a deck of cards.
Totally.
Just simple little pieces, a board. I love it. I love it so much.
Hey, maybe
someone should come up with a new card game for just playing cards.
Yeah, that's fun.
Maybe I have. I have recently had the thought that one thing I should really just do at some point and like dedicate the time to is to just get one good like engine for an online card game on Scratch done, and from that point onwards I'll just make one card a week or something. But just having the engine there will open up so many possibilities for me, because I've been making card games for forever now, or thinking about card games, and I would really love that. I think that would be my little dream, to have a little card game on Scratch or wherever else that I just expand upon whenever I want to, because that's what I did as a child and as a young teen, and I wish I could kind of get back to.
This could be a good topic. I have some insight on this, maybe for an SR Devs, because we are running out of time too.
That's true. Anyways, I don't know. This was a really cool episode. I enjoyed this a lot.
Of course, yeah.
It went a little into SR Devs territory, but I never
don't mind it.
that. I don't mind it at all.
I'm a fan of SR Devs.
And maybe we'll get to recording that.
Yeah,
soon
recording this is kind of like listening to SR Devs. It was fun.
So, for the end of this episode, we wish Keiron all the best for his journey to Japan. Is there a way for me to print a sticker for you that has Mamma Mia, That's a Checkmate, but in Japanese, and then you stick that somewhere in Japan on Nintendo Land? No.
Would it be in katakana or would it be in Hero?
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
I don't know if people do that.
No,
in
that's
Japan.
true. That's true.
This is true. The social norms, they might really hate you.
This is true.
Might just get
There might be like 1 or 2 neighborhoods where it's not allowed, but people do it. I don't know.
Who knows? Either way,
Mamma Mia, that's a checkmate.
Let's reel on that fish.
Yeah, let's do it.
I got him.
Thank you to Josas and Azul for their continued support of the podcast over on Patreon. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go order a pizza or something. The recording has now stopped.
Bye.
Mamma Mia.